Hey guys, so we want to look at energy stocks today because energy was one of the best performing parts of the market in 2021. In fact, the XLE ETF that represents the broader sort of energy sector um, was up about 45, 46%, depending on how you measure it, maybe even almost 50% for 2021. And we think actually that is likely to continue in 2022. And so I want to share with you two of my favorite stocks in this space right now. And I'm going to quickly show you first what they look like on the Market Rover, which is our trend following tool. So for example, look at MRO. You can see this stock went bullish back in February of 2021. If all one would have done is buy it when the background turned green, which took place in I think February 2nd, and one would still own it, that trade alone would be up 122%. And of course, if you would have used options much more, there were trades to be had along the way from a swing trading perspective. Those are those little buy arrows in target 1 and target 2. You can see how nicely that worked. That's Marathon Oil. I'll bring up both of them on the bigger chart in just a second. The second one is not to be confused with Marathon Oil. It's Marathon Petroleum, ticker symbol MPC. Again, we'll look at those in a bigger picture chart in just a minute. And if we look at MPC, same story here. You can see a nice bullish trend. The Market Rover told us that this stock is bullish trend, and this was in late 2020 actually. In the stock since then, again, the green background is up 54%. We think a lot higher to go on both those. So let's start with MSO. I'm sorry, with MRO. Excuse me. That's Marathon Oil Corp. And we want to just give this a little bit of a zooming out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a weekly chart to give you some perspective. So really, this one kind of looks like the energy sector itself. If you look at it through the lens of a sort of a multi-year weekly chart. And for the most part, the way I look at this is we've had a really kind of a trough in the pandemic lows. And we think that a stock like MRO can go a lot higher. I wouldn't be surprised to see this in the mid-20s before too long. The other one is MPC, which again is Marathon Petroleum Corp. Now, not to be confused with the other one I just talked about, but here too, you're looking at a stock that continues to act really well. You've got well-defined resistance. I'll zoom in onto the daily chart in this one, and I'm going to quickly bring you this one here. And you can see basically a stock that, in my opinion, just really is begging to move higher, well respecting its sort of trend lines. Again, the fundamentals are there. Of course, that's even more important. So I would say next stop for this stock is probably the high 60s to the low 70s. That's MPC, again, Marathon Petroleum Corp, and the other one being MRO, Marathon Oil Corp. Let me quickly bring that one up as well so you guys can see this one. So we've talked about both MPC and MRO were the two ones we want to look at. I can't say a favorite one over the other, but they're both good. Again, most importantly, they're both bullish trend in the Market Rover. And again, think about if you had a process and a tool that allowed you to just know when something goes bullish trend, and then you have trades along the way, how much that would help you trading and investing. With that, have a great week, and we'll see you again soon.